What's up, guys? Today it's Friday, so obviously the GPC match is about to come. It's also for me. It's Friday right now. I've not been feeling too well in the past week, and also combined with a lack of time. It was at last Monday was my birthday, so at Sunday and Monday I celebrated the birthday party kinda thing ish. Not really, like people coming over, but nothing special. I did celebrate on Tuesday night though, so. But on Tuesday, on the day itself, I had to work. Same goes for Wednesday, and yesterday, Thursday, I had technical issues with my laptop for about 5 hours. And after that, I prepared, but I couldn't get the battle started yet. Because I had to leave very early in this morning because I had to take driving lessons for my driving license. Because that's a thing in Europe. Anyway, apart from that, today I'm facing Richie, and Richie from the Livwurmple FC. And Richie's team, you can see it on the screen right here. It's the Mega Venusaur, Togekiss, Yuxi, Milotic, Infernape, Skarmory, Salamence, Heliolisk, Nidoking, Lapras, and Rampardos. And the last two, Lapras and Rampardos, he picked up in the past transfer week. That was last week, like last Friday. So yeah, he dropped, I believe, Gramble for it. So we'll see how that's gonna turn out for me. In any way, what I expect him to bring, or at least what I noticed about his team that I'm gonna mention first. He has a slightly weak, is slightly weak to flying. It's like his only resistances are Skarmory and Heliolisk. And what I mean by weak to flying, like I wrote down here like a little notepad kind of thing, but weak to flying, I mean it's weak to tornadoes because of that. Because against Skarmory I could easily run Heat Wave, and against Heliolisk I could easily run Superpower. Of course he does have checks in Salamence, for example defensive Salamence, if you don't run HP Ice. But yeah, you'll get my point. Then he's got 3 Foggers and a reliable Toxic Spike remover, so that's a thing I noticed, and that's a thing that probably means that I'm not gonna run Toxic Spikes, and that's a good guess on your end because I'm not going to. And also his fastest unboosted mon is 109 base speed, and that's Heliolisk, and the second fastest is Infernape with 108. But yeah, that means that my Tornadus Eye is actually the fastest one on the whole field if no one runs as Choice Scarf. And that's gonna hopefully come into play because I'm obviously gonna bring Tornadoes because of that reason. And yeah, basically anything from Rampardos and onwards, like Rampardos base 58 speed, Rampardos can outspeed me. Rampardos does, I believe, outspeed me by 1 point exactly if it's Jolly Max Max, and if I'm Jolly Max Max too, or Jolly Max Max depends on my moveset of course. But yeah, that means that that kind of sucks because that means that he might be inclined to run a Scarfed Rampardos, and I have to scout for it if it's Scarfed or Bandit or maybe something else, as I do actually expect him to bring Rampardos. Anyway, mons that I expect him to bring, that's for example, not for example, I mean that's at first the mon that I expect him to bring is Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur, as you can see on the screen, checks a lot of my team. Mega Gyarados is checked, Bronzong to an extent, Slurpuff is hard countered, Kabutops is hard countered, Arcanine is decently well checked, Serperior is hard countered again, and Kangaskhan probably doesn't beat Mega Venusaur either. So that's why I expected him to bring Mega Venusaur, of course, and also it's easily paired up in a core with any other mons on his team. For example, the Milotic that I expect him to bring. Milotic is a water type mon, a bulky water type, and like I mentioned in the previous week against Nacho, I do not do well against those type of mons necessarily. The thing that does well against is Superior, but as you can see on his team, he's got Togekiss, he's got Skarmory, he's got Venusaur, he's got Salamence. Those are like 4 startup counters, and especially because I cannot prepare for all 4 of them, of course. So yeah, that's a bad thing on my end. That means that Milotic might be a problem, and I expect him to bring it because it just does so well for him. It's bulky, it has a few weaknesses, and it gets a solid recovery, so yes. What I also expect him to bring is Togekiss, because Togekiss deals well with, for example, Hydreigon, which an offensive Hydreigon might do really well against this team. Because he's got a very defensive team, as you might see. He's got a lot of bulk. He's got some offensive things in Heliolisk, Salamence. It can be both, of course. Infernape, Nidoking, Iron Pardos, you know, those kind of mons. But I do think that that an offensive Hydreigon is something he needs to prepare for, or even a different Hydreigon set that is built to beat his team. And I do think he's gonna run Togekiss just to prevent me from dropping Dracos. Despite me being, for example, Iron Tail or what's the Flash Cannon. I could be, of course. Anyway, I do think he's gonna bring Togekiss, like I said. I also think he's gonna bring Heliolisk, because Heliolisk does well against my rain offense. My rain offense is, of course, Kabutops. I Scarfed Heliolisk outspeeds Kabutops and easily KOs it with Volt Switch or T-Bolt or whatever. It also helps with him momentum, which I think he's gonna try to run. And yeah, in general, I think it's a decently solid mon against my team. It also straight up is a counter to Drifblim in, I think, on most Drifblim sets. I don't know if there's any Drifblim set that beat Heliolisk, but yeah, I think he's gonna be inclined to bring Heliolisk in this match. It's the first time he'll use it, so I don't know if he feels like using it this match, but he might. I expect him to. So, and the last mons that I expect him to bring, I've got 2 mons because I don't know which one he's gonna bring. He's either gonna bring Infernape because it's so versatile. It can basically do anything he wants it to be, and it's so difficult to prepare for it, maybe even impossible. And the other one I expect him to bring is, I possibly expect him to bring, of course, is Salamence. And I'm afraid of the Dragon Dance Salamence set, but I'm also afraid of a defensive Salamence set, because both could do a real number to my team. For the defensive Salamence, I do have Tornadus with Defiant. That could be a thing that could hopefully beat him if he uses it as a check. But yeah. Anyway, that's the team I expect to bring. That's 7 mons I just listed. If we had to guess, I'd go with Salamence over Infernape at this point. I think Infernape is such a solid mon, but I think, for example, something like Arcanine might be a good enough check to Infernape that he might not want to bring it. Hopefully, let's hope to God that he thinks the same way as I do. So yeah, that's basically what I expect him to bring. And let's see, what else did I put on notes? Nothing interesting. Onto my team then. Be right back, 1 second. And I'm back. That took less than a second, hopefully. My first one on the squad is Reuniclus. And Reuniclus is again coming with the future sight. And this Reuniclus is basically hopefully it's the setup mon for, I expect, like I said, I expect him to bring Venusaur, and this mon is specifically built to set up against Mega Venusaur. It also just does well against his team in general by, hopefully, if he's here running Bandit on Pardos, it's a roll, but I can live the Head Smash if he decides to run it, if he decides to go for it at that point. He might just go with Crunch, but that does less damage, so yeah. That's why I went with the max defense and the calm mindset again. It's just Future Sight instead of Psychic, because Future Sight might hopefully ruin or break his team a little bit easier for me. So we'll have to see how that works out for me, but that's my set. I'm running Safety Goggles with Magikarp because, as I said, this is the Mega Venusaur setup mon. Richie might expect me to run either one of them, and either Overcoat or either Magikarp. And if I run Magikarp, he can obviously poison me or lead seed me. And if I run Overcoat, he can other way around. If I run Overcoat, he can lead seed or / poison me. And if I run Magikarp, he can put me to sleep. So that's hopefully I can use this to my advantage and can set up against him while he doesn't expect me to be able to set up against him. G6 the Hydreigon is up next, and G6 the Hydreigon is running a especially defensive set. It's a Taunt Root set, and it's basically mainly for Milotic. And from my past UU experiences, an offensive Hydreigon with Taunt Roost doesn't quite beat a defensive Milotic. but it can, and at least this set can easily. So yeah, that's why I'm running it. It also helps me against stuff like Heliolisk and other special attackers in general. Maybe even what's his face? Nidoking, something like that. So that's the Hydreigon set. Next up is Nidoqueef, and Nidoqueef is mainly here for Togekiss actually. Togekiss, because Togekiss is a huge annoyance to my team. I expect him to bring an annoying set like possibly Encore, and that could mess up my whole plan. So yeah, I don't know, but I think he's gonna bring it, and I think this is a solid switch in against him. This does 2-hit KO. It's a roll, but I think a 2-hit KO is a Mega Finisher if it's max defense or max special defense. I don't even know, to be honest. But yeah, running Ice Beam for Salamence don't necessarily need it, because I don't think the matchup will happen. But if it does happen, then I can hopefully take him clean out if he's not Bandit Outrage maybe. He might not wanna go for the move because I have Bronze on my team, but we'll see. And Thunderbolt is for the Skarmory and for the Milotic. Also the Toxic is for the Milotic because he likes running Mirror Coat, and of course he can still Scald me. This is nice to Toxic some sort of stuff. A Toxic on the Milotic helps me beat it with Hydreigon, for example. So next up is Tornadus. Oh, that's the wrong mouse. Tornadus is running a bulk up set with Expert Belt, Acrobatics, Knockoff, Superpower. I'm not running Heat Wave, despite him having like a Skarmory that can easily beat me with this set. Because, like I said, I don't expect him to bring Skarmory, and if he does, then I think I can hopefully. Hopefully I am prepared for it enough to the point where I can deal with it without needing to run Heat Wave on Tornadus. So yeah, it's like I said with the I think I said at least, the speed is, this is the best speed I can have with the 60 EVs in bulk, because this outspeeds the base 109 one on his team, the Heliolisk, always if it's not Scarfed. And either way I would outspeed a Scarfed Rampardo. So next up is Ballant. And Ballant is gonna take a lot of damage on this today probably. It's built to do well against a big number of his team, and it doesn't get recovery, so I might have given it a little bit too much pressure. But it's Stealth Rock, it's HP Ice, it's Toxic and Psychic. The HP Ice for Salamence, hopefully it makes sense, so it cannot set up on, for example, substitutes. Toxic is... oh, I got a hair scratch. Okay, that's all. Don't mind me. Toxic is for something like Togekiss, which hopefully is not gonna run Heal Bell, because that would mess up my team quite a bit maybe. And the Psychic is for stuff like Nidoking, which it's meant to wall. Of course the Flamethrower is a thing, but that's why I'm running Aqua Berry. Also against the Salamence, a Fire Blast could be a thing, that's why I'm running Aqua Berry again. Also Infinite, possibly Aqua Berry. But yeah, that's the thingy is what was I gonna say? I don't remember. HP Ice for Salamence, Toxic for Togekiss, and Psychic for Infernape, Nidoking, and possibly Mega Phoenix. And it just does decent damage overall. I've got a few special attack EVs because this, I think, for Infernape it helps, I guess. That's the whole thing. I don't even remember the cogs, but we'll see if it comes into play, or if I should have given it like 8 more speed, 8 more special attack EVs, or maybe 200 more special attack EVs. We'll see. And last but not least, it's a new one on my team. It's Draftblame, the Drifblim. It's a Citrus Berry Aftermath set. And the reason for that is because he, once he sees the Citrus Berry, he might expect me to be unburdened. And he might play differently according to that. And that's basically the mindset behind that. It's also a Substitute Baton Pass, because Substitute Baton Pass, I like it. And hopefully it puts a lot of pressure on his team. You can, for example, substitute a Baton Pass as substitute into Nidoqueef or into Tornadus, maybe even a Reuniclus. So yeah, that's basically easy as that. The EV spread I might still change. Also the Shadow Ball I might still change. Isn't that with 2 L's? Fuck. Okay, again. The Shadow Ball might still change. Depending on if I want to go with, I don't know, acrobatics or Shadow Ball still, or maybe Sucker Punch for the healers, I don't know. You name it. The Will-O-Wisp is because nothing on the team really likes taking Will-O-Wisps apart from something with Heal Bell or Infernape. So again, that's easy as that. That's the reason why I'm running Will-O-Wisp. And I think that's basically all I wanted to say. If I do decide to change out the Drifloon sets, then I will of course let you know. I'm running Aftermath, by the way, for the Rampardos, because the recoil plus Aftermath hopefully takes it down as quickly as possible. And yeah, it's just in general maybe for something like Infernape. It could also work really well against that with the Flare Blitz recoil and then the Aftermath recoil. I don't think I have any priority on my team, so maybe I should have run priority. I don't know. Maybe. Hopefully not, because I don't feel like changing anything up again. But yeah, this is the team I'm going with. Like I said, I did have a lack of time in preparation, which means that I am not feeling too confident about this matchup. Like the other matchups, I was feeling confident at the point where I had to battle, and especially when at the point where I saw the teams of the opponents, I felt good about the matchup. But at this point in time, I think Richie has got the superior matchup versus me, and yeah, we'll have to see how I deal with that and how I can pull off the victory against that team, or how drastically I'm gonna lose versus Richie's team. Anyway, I'm gonna be back with the game in, I guess, less than 10 seconds, and I'll let you know if it changes up Driftloon or not. Yo guys, what's up? I'm going to face Richie over here. I didn't change too much about the team. I think I made it Sucker Punch instead of Shadow Ball. And that's about it. I'm quickly gonna go with the OU. And the right team, of course. This must be the team and challenge. I am feeling quite sick. I napped for the other the waiting time I just had, so I'm not feeling fully 100% fit, so hopefully it's not gonna come into play. Maybe I shouldn't do this live, but oh well. Have fun, bro. Okay, so that's kind of almost the team I expect him to bring. He's bringing both Salamence and Infernape, and he's bringing Skarmory though. So that's kind of annoying for my Tornadus, unfortunately. Ah, fuck. This team matchup is not the best. Let's just keep it at that for now. Safest lead is this guy. I am surprised he didn't bring Rampardos. I am actually surprised he didn't bring Rampardos. I mean, Sludge Wave is the safest play. So I'm gonna go for Sludge Wave. He's gonna go for U-turn. Okay, I'm quickly gonna get the calculator open, which I already had open, of course, since I'm prepared. Nido Queen. You Life Orb. That's Nido King. That's not a good one. Did it absolutely jack shit. Oh, of course, what a surprise. Gonna go into. Do want to get my hazards up. I do think Salamence carries like Crunch or Shadow Claw to hit my this guy over here. I don't know who's specky on this, but get out of here. Now I'm gonna make the safe play, at least my safe play. That's going into Hydrating, and I'll see from there. If he Ice Beams, that's fine. If he Scalds and gets the burn, that's gonna be annoying. Of course he gets the burn. Ugh. I don't know if he. I kinda just wanna get up my hazards now. first. I don't mind getting weakened a bit, that's honestly completely fine by me. I'm gonna drop Toxic because anything that's switching gets Toxic. And if he wants to stay in and Skull Burn me, that's fine too. He could switch into Scrumry to get rid of the hazards as well. If he expects me to set him up, it's up to him. Okay, Summons. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So I expect him to go for the Shadow Claw or the Dragon Dance. Which one? I don't wanna. Is he Bandit? Is he? I don't have a resist to Ghost. Oh fuck! I do have one resist, but that's not really. I do need Stealth Rocks though. How well do I think? What do I have for this? This is not Intimidate, so that's also good to know. I'm gonna go for the. I want to get rid of this threat though. I'm gonna go for the HP Ice. Let's see what he's gonna go for. If he sets up Dragon Dance, that's gonna be bad. Okay, he goes for the Crunch. That's fine. I expected him to go for the Crunch. In all honesty, maybe a weird switch. I'll see if he goes for another Crunch or if he goes for it. Oh wait, my defense dropped. Shit. Hopefully, I don't know. I mean, he could either outrage threat here and probably kill me because of the defense drop. That's bad. That's bad. So do I lose Valent right here and not get the Stealth Rocks? Damn. Likely, I guess. What do I need this for? Togekiss. Don't know what Togekiss said yet, so. I'm gonna Calc just to be safe. Bronzong. It's a special thing, I guess it's this one? Kinda, yeah, sure. And it's versus a Salamence with Crunch. Salamence, normal Salamence. Crunchu does, yeah, this is the Salamence he's running. So it might be Scarfmans. I am gonna make the switch. Don't know what kind of match he's running. He doesn't show an item, so okay. He predicts my switch into G6. My Dragon. I guess he is Scarfed. I can't confirm necessarily, but I kind of expect him to be Scarfed at this point. What do I want to do right here, though? Nidoqueen is my best play, but don't be like Specs, please. Okay, it's Wish. Okay. Okay, that's okay. That's fine. So you're gonna go into Milotic, right? Please saying you're going into Milotic. that's what I expect you to do. You could stay in, I guess. Okay, it goes into Finisher. That's fine too. I could go into Driftbane right here, or go into Reels, or stay in. That's another option. Damn, this matchup is not looking good. This is not looking good. I think I could go into Driftbane. Yeah, I'm gonna go to Driftbane. See what kind of spread he's running and what kind of moves he's gonna go for. I'm gonna go for the knockoff. That's a good play on his end. I did not expect that. I did not see that coming. Is he gonna predict Will-O-Wisp? It's kind of obvious. On the other hand, does he predict it? He in fact doesn't. Cool. So he knocks me off. That's unfortunately that's Driftbane gone. On the other hand, I do have Tornadus. Can Tornadus take him down from that range? He seems to be an offensive one. Damn, this sucks. I wish I had Heat Wave right now. Shit. I could also go into Balance and set up his Stealth Rocks. I doubt I die to knockoff, right? Knockoff. Bronzong is bulky. Bronzong is bulky. Come on, I can get up Stealth Rocks. Do I want to get up Stealth Rocks? I want to get up Stealth Rocks. I'm gonna go for Stealth Rocks play. Stealth Rock play. Let's go Stealth Rock play. Stealth Rock play. This might be a very bad play, but we'll see. Hopefully I'm not gonna lose like too much of a difference. That's the plan right now. Or maybe I can find like a very cool win condition. That would also be a nice thing, of course. I could save this for further and could go into this guy. Could go into this guy. Do I want to? I take a lot of damage and I cannot do much back. Damn, Hydreigon is gonna be so useless. Might as well sack this. Might as well. It's not gonna do anything to me. For me. Weakened that to the point where it dies to Tornadus. Don't switch in. Please don't switch in. Scrumly. Just please don't. Because that would be annoying. Okay, it's just gonna go for the maybe very obvious play, but you could also expect me to go for U-turn and sack this. That's honestly a reasonable play on my end. He could also sack these elements since it's not gonna do too much for him. It still has a hit to dish out. He doesn't know my moveset, so I don't think he'll switch. He might. I mean, he might. Please don't. Richie, be like naive and expect me to run certain sets that I'm not running. Cool. I don't know if naive is the right word. I don't think it is, but I don't give a shit. Okay. Okay, it's not a 6-0. It's not a 6-0. That's almost mission accomplished. I'm gonna go for the... I honestly want to lose 1-0 at best, because that means that I am gonna do a-okay in the thingy. Gonna go into Nidoqueef and hopefully gonna smash things with T-Bolt. Since a lot of his team is weak to it right now. He's gonna go for the Brave Bird or Defog. Cool, he's gonna go for the Brave Bird. That's completely fine by me, I think. Not too sure if it's actually fine by me, but I'm gonna go for the T-Bolt and see what I can hit up for good damage. Go Nidoqueef. Boom baby, boom, boom baby, boom baby. Boom, gone. Ooh baby. Nidoqueef is the bay. Cool, that's already a 4-0. That's not bad. It's a 4-4 at the moment. Okay, he's gonna go into Mixtape the Infinite, and you're gonna go for the Flare Blitz, which I do not have any resist for any team at all, and I should have probably brought Gyarados. Yeah. I wish I had more time to prepare. I did have a lot of time, but like I did have a week to prepare, but I didn't use it because I didn't have time myself. But you understand what I just said, I hope. I mean, he's gonna go for a Flare Blitz, and my weakest link is gonna be this guy in any way, shape, or form. So I'm gonna have to sack Hydreigon because it's not gonna do jack shit to his team. It's just not. It's easy. It's just gonna do shit all. And do you predict? If he's Scarfed, then he's gonna go for another Flare Blitz. If he's not Scarfed, then he's probably gonna switch, predicting me to be Scarfed. That's the safe assumption to make. And I'm gonna copy damage because I do want to know if he's Scarfed or not, you know. Choice Scarf versus Hydreigon. He might also calc, of course, the my Hydreigon set and see the how much, like, if I have HP investment or not. So I do go for the Roost, and I do reveal that I'm not Scarfed at this point, but that is completely fine. And which means that I can follow it up with a Taunt and sack this thing off. As he cannot wish right now. Cool. I have multiple plays to make. Honestly, I think this is a good play. Keeping this Hydreigon around for a little bit longer and switching into Reuniclus. My safety goggles Reuniclus. Hopefully gonna put in the work again. Future Sight is, I guess, my best play. Could recover as well. It's just that I wanna have something die to the Future Sight there. And which likely is gonna be either Salamence or Infinite, and in that. Oh my days, no, please don't crit me. Why do you crit me? Why do you crit me, bro? Ah, that's fuck. Fuck. That's not supposed to happen. Ah. Okay, gonna sack Hydreigon. He's not gonna wish up. He wants my Reuniclus dead. He's gonna wish up. Why would you wish up? That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna sack this by taunting. Don't expect him to switch out, so. Future Sight, that does absolutely fuck shit all. Gonna have to go into Nidoqueen and fire off a Sludge Bomb again. I could go for the T-Bolt, but I don't see any reason to. I want to do this massive damage to this guy, and that's with Sludge Bomb. With the T-Bolt, Milotic and Stealth Rock, I don't think it can switch in. It's of course still a switch of 3 sacks, for example, Salamence, but we'll have to see. Need some music. Need some music. Go, go, go. Okay. I don't even know why I saved Reuniclus, to be honest. It's not useful at all. Because everything dies to it. So he's more than likely Scarfed Salamence for the Tornadus? Possibly? How much would he do with Scald versus Reuniclus? Reuniclus, Arcane Mind, basically same set. Milotic, physically defensive. Is he physically defensive? Skull does 23 if he's uninfested, so that's more likely gonna take him down. That is gonna take him down. So do I predict him to? That's stuff on my laptop. Nidoqueen, offensive Nidoqueen, yeah. Did it Sludge Wave, did a lot of damage, and to him it did jack shit. It's the second turn I think I did damage, the first turn. 27%, so he is especially defensive, I guess. He is most definitely especially defensive. Holy shit. It did 20, no, it did 27%, 27%. Sludge Wave doesn't even. How does it do? Is he Assault Vest? He might be Assault Vest. I think he's Assault Vest. He must be Assault Vest. Is he Assault Vest? I think he's Assault Vest. I think he's Assault Vest. Okay, what's my win condition then? I could honestly, I make bad plays from time to time, but I'm gonna have to go into Nidoqueen again and hope to win with Tornadus. How much such Tornadus? This is my Milotic. It's a blank set with Ice Beam, Scald. I don't know what else, but Ice Beam. And Scald. Versus my Tornadus. It should live on Ice Beam, hopefully. Maybe it's 252. Modest. Yep, I can't have Ice Beam, In that case, I'm gonna go for the T-Bolt and just do damage. T-Bolt, do damage. Best thing I can do, and then hope to God that I can somehow clutch this game with Tornadus. Oh, please, Tornadus! Do something. This is gonna be Nidoque's first death of the season, that's unfortunate. Or maybe he thinks I'm choiced? I don't know. Did I switch up moves? I don't know if I switched the moves, but I might have. If I didn't, then he might think I'm choiced and he might sack. Nah, why would he sack Togekiss? He might sack Togekiss, I guess. I mean, he won either way. It's just that I still need to weaken his try to bring it down to a 1-0. And if he switches, that's gonna be a 1-0. If he doesn't switch, it's either gonna be a 2-0 or possibly a victory. Maybe? Unlikely, but we'll see. That's Skype. Oh, that's Skype. I don't think anything interesting happened with Skype. I'm gonna link Skype up on my other laptop. Okay, he can live that. He goes for Mirror Coat. That is completely fine. That's completely fine. He likes to run Mirror Coat, so I know. Now it's just he is gonna be Scarfed Salamence most likely. How much do I do to Togekiss? This is basically where it comes down to. Do I do enough to Togekiss? If it's defensive Togekiss, I do a decent amount, to be honest. That's especially defensive. Is he learning physically or especially defensive? I mean, props to him, by the way, to predicting me the knockoff on my counter Uniclus, which is not a counter apparently. I mean, this must be scarred, so I'm gonna go for the acrobatics because that's the most logical play I can go for. How much health is Togekiss? Is at full, so he is more than likely gonna bring in Togekiss or bring in Salamence. Of course he's gonna bring in either one of the two. And my best play is gonna be acrobatics. She's physically offensive. Okay, I'm gonna look up Togekiss. Togekiss, use Twitch. Togekiss, use Twitch. Yes. I did any damage to Togekiss. Togekiss, use Roost. Togekiss, please didn't do any damage. I did some damage. That must be. Otherwise. Oh yeah, the Future Sight did damage. Future Sight did I think 29% if I remember correctly. I'm just gonna go with 29 because I'm pretty sure it did 29. I'm gonna just open a new calc just on this spreadsheet thingy. Sure, go away. Okay, let's wait. Okay, Togekiss. Togekiss, the defensive versus Uniclus. It's Ari Trick Room. Oh no, it's not Ari Trick Room. Uniclus, Ari Calm Mind. And Ari Calm Mind Psyshock does nothing. And Future Sight, I'm gonna go with Psychic because Future Sight is not on the thing, and I'm gonna change the power of the move to 120. Because it's 12, that's not 120. Okay, so he's especially defensive. Okay, especially defensive. So he's gonna clutch it with Salamence if it's Scarfmans. I wish I was Tailwind Tornadus. Damn. I mean, my best play is, I think, how much do I do with +1? +1 does 69 to 85. I'm gonna go for the bulk up. No, wait. What have I created? Oh shit. He's gonna go for the wish? Did he wish? He wished. Does that mean I have a chance? No, that doesn't mean I have a chance. Unless I do massive damage with the crit. Tornadoes. Oh, go. That does nothing. That does nothing. Why? Why are you so weak? Okay, so he's not especially defensive. That sucks. The only thing I can do is bulking up again. I mean, he recovers the wish anyway, so. I'm gonna go for the acrobatics. He won, but I can try to get the 1-0 loss instead of the 2-0 loss. Damn, I wish I brought Gyarados again. They would have done massive damage to his team. Unfortunate. Fuck, 2-0 loss. That's not good. That's not good. GG, bro. Next time, hopefully, I'm gonna be better, like physically fit. Hopefully, gonna have more time to prepare next time, next week. And yeah.